Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I had to switch up the color for this is gonna be more of my specialty when it comes on to, what am I doing, zodiac signs. Just because it's like more of a personal note. I wanna go ahead and just give you guys a reminder. God's rejection is God's protection. I know things don't happen when you want them to happen, or things that you might plan. Could be a wedding, it could be a birthday, it could be a ceremony. You might have had situations where you had to kind of delay it, and it might have worked out a little bit better than you expected. Just remember there's moments in life because God's protection is truly His protection. Sometimes He rejects things from us for our own safety and our own benefits, right? So, I do want to let you guys know that. This reading is going to be on the Taurus. If you don't know what a Taurus is, I'm going to inform you guys what the characteristics of a Taurus is. So Taurus, the second sign of the zodiac, right? Taurus is symbolized by the stubborn bull. Taurus is an earthly, sultry sign ruled by Venus. Taurus enjoy the life of luxury and are not afraid to put in the long hours and effort to really get what they want. They may work hard and play harder. Taurus get attention when they enter a room and are known for their fusion sense. One of the most generous signs of the zodiac. Taurus is the best bae out there and definitely amongst the sexiest, right? 1 second. Okay, but yeah. I encourage you guys to drink some water. Make sure y'all get a nice little jug without. But yeah, we're gonna be speaking on the Taurus. Now, a lot of times it doesn't necessarily have to mean that you're a Taurus to have characteristics of a Taurus. You can be hardworking and driven just like a Taurus. You know what I mean? You might not be born in that specific season of a Taurus. However, you might adapt your characteristics. We're just gonna go ahead and pull from our personal deck to see. I like these, but it's like oracle cards to see what kind of messages pops up for you guys. So just stay viewed for that. You see, as some sage, I'm just gonna be burning just because this is a little bit more. I only do two types of readings. I do general, which is just to see whatever comes out, and then I focus on to give you guys a little bit more personal your zodiacs to see what comes out. So when I do zodiacs, because it's more personal and I might be picking up with some of y'all energy, I like to burn a little sage, you know what I mean? So we're gonna keep that here. I like to burn a little sage, to kind of protect my energy, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm gonna be more likely not really gonna be speaking too much negative, or if I do speak on negative, I like to turn it around in a positive manner. But you just never know. So it's just better to be safe than sorry, right? So for my Taurus out there, let's see. Taurus. Spirit, what do you have for the Taurus? What can you give us for the Taurus? Taurus. I'm trying to pick up the energy. Taurus. So we have expand into wonder for my Taurus out there, right? There's always going to be times where it feels like you're limited. It might be a career choice, might be whatever it is, but Spirit will definitely want you to expand in your wonders. You are your own mindset, my Taurus out there. You are your own mindset. You have to go for how you feel and how you believe. Don't allow the circumstances let me tell you, right? I was told at 18 that, before I man, sometimes someone gets to me. Before I graduated high school, I was considered like a flunky. I was not even bro, I had 5 F's, all of that, right? But I believed that I could do it. Once I started believing it, man, let me tell you, I was staying after school, I put in the time and effort into it, all of that. So I'm just giving you guys a personal experience just because your situation might be failing and what they say is failing, as soon as you buckle up and you get on your feet and get on your horse, man, you're in for your own after that, So expanding to wonder. I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie. I think it's Alice in Wonderland. It's an old movie, you know what I mean? But It's like an imaginary world. We live in our own imaginary world. You know what I mean? You can imagine something, and as cliche as simple as it sounds, it goes over our heads so much times. You know what I mean? It's like procrastinating. You could be just innocently watching YouTube videos, and then you just end up procrastinating time that you could have been, you know what I'm saying, that you were supposed to start doing another activity. So it's something natural that happens, and we forget that we are what we think that we are, and we're limited just as we set ourselves to be, especially being an adult. But because kids typically really can't control everything they do. But as an adult, we are our limitations. I'm not gonna say this for every country, because I know that there's countries out here right now that's controlling. I know that somewhere, I'm not gonna say specifically, but somewhere in the world, because I don't really know exactly where it is. Somewhere in the world, there's like this thing where women have to wear certain things over their heads and stuff. So it's just like there's a lot of control in different countries. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say that everybody can do everything. Like there's certain stimulus around situation that I'm not gonna speak on, because I don't know the full details. But I use that example to be like, what I might do in my country or my island, what I might do where I'm from, somebody else might not be able to do where they're from. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm from Bermuda. I live in Bermuda, so it's like somebody from, but I've spent time in Florida too, so it's like somebody from New York, they can't carry, like, well, that's what they say. They say it's not really a stand the ground, like if you was in Texas or Florida, you can't really stand your ground in New York like you can in their country. So what I'm saying is, not every time I can just get online and be like, hey, you can do everything. No, like some things you have to kind of, depend on your situation. But where there's negative, there's positive. So where there's things that we lack in certain countries, there's things that we can, grow in other things. You just kind of gotta look at your personal situation and move accordingly to that, right? But same time, you can still, depending on your situation, use all the limitations. Like look at everything that's capable, and then try to just make it work. You know what I mean? Like don't allow, just because you see what's going on, it doesn't necessarily have to follow your trend. You can make a difference. You know what I mean? You can definitely make a difference. Like things that are, for example, man flew a plane, right? They didn't say we're gonna change humans and fly. You still gotta be realistic about your situation, right? I mean, we have imagination, but you still gotta be realistic. Like you can't just be like for man flying a plane. They didn't say we're gonna change human nature to fly. Humans can't fly. It's not in our characteristics. But we can create something to fly. Just because your narrative on your personal situation, I don't know what it could be, might not work out exactly how you want it to, that doesn't mean that you have to necessarily follow the trend. Like, you might not become a billionaire in 2 years, but that don't mean you have to work a 9 to 5 that you don't want to do. If you would rather go broke and then have the richness of freedom, you can't put a price on freedom. You know what I mean? So it's just like, if you have to go without a paycheck because you choose not to, slave yourself in this company or whatever, then you've made it because your freedom. You know what I mean? It's all about our desires, but don't feel like, oh, my family would despise me if I don't work for a job, or, I'm so used to my people's work. You know what I'm saying? There's your limitations that's going to probably prevent you from becoming an entrepreneur, from stopping chasing your dreams and all that. So that's when I say expand into your wonders. Of course, realistically look at your situation, and then just try to say, okay, what can I do to kind of, make it work? Like for my man out there, if you work and you know what I'm saying, you do your thing, let your wife do her thing, and then when she does her thing and her thing goes, y'all can work together. You know what I mean? A married couple should be able to work together. So, or a relationship in general should be able to work together. And that's when you don't allow the stimuli where nowadays everybody's on this 2-income household even. People was doing it 1-income house. So I'm just trying to show you guys there's different ways to think rather than just that one. You know what I mean? I know we spent a lot on this card, but I mean, I just have so much. It's crazy because like sometimes I just be having so much to say, like, and I just be trying to just get my point across. You know what I mean? So the next one we have is lessons in blood. Let me tell you guys, right? Oftentimes we feel like we gotta go through pain to learn, and I'm here to tell you guys that's not true. People's been going through pain centuries before us. Like, even though the world is not Kuna Matata all the way around, it's not happy-go-lucky, it's not lucky charms in every state, every universe. I mean, sorry, not every universe, every city and all of that, right? We still came a long way from, as far as humanity, from what back then, like, for example, let me give you an example. Wars, right? Now they shoot. Before they was using swords. You had more likely chances of more people dying in a sword fight than you do in a gunfight, because you obviously have, like, for example, you can't kill somebody with a sword unless you get up close to them. But you don't have to get up close to somebody to shoot them. You see what I'm saying? So that's why the amount of people that died today in wars are so much less than when they first started warring with just swords. So it's just like using that concept just helps you understand that the world's not Hakuna Matata, but it's so much better than what it used to be. And what I can say is people's already shed blood for us. For everything we have see today, it's already shed blood. You now can utilize that information in your life. Like, take advantage of it. You know what I mean? They say that a lesson is learned. And one lesson I can teach you guys, or I can remind you of if you don't know. Or if you do know it, you just need a quick reminder of it. Small people learn from their situations. Wise people learn from others. And like I said, the blood has already been shed for a lot of things that we have today. It's already been, established and everything. It's up to us to either take it for granted or take advantage of everything that we've been handed to. Like I said, world's not a Hakuna Matata. I understand that. I completely understand. I completely understand that not everywhere is a Hakuna Matata. Not everywhere is. People still suffering. There's individuals that suffer every single day, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, all of these things. So I'm not saying that everybody's got it easy, or people be like, oh, it's easy for somebody to say it. I'm not saying like people shouldn't, you feel me, struggle. Like, we're all gonna struggle in different ways. Like, there's plenty of people that even are financially free struggle with abuse and sexual exploitation, or like so much craziness that you wouldn't even believe. So don't ever just assume just because somebody physically looks good or physically or financially straight, or even their country is rich in gold and diamonds, that they're not suffering mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially. It's so much different variables. So, but I can say, depending on our situations in our countries, depending on how far our countries came, we can most definitely take advantage of all the blood that's been shed already. Like, there's no point in letting all that go to waste, letting all that knowledge go to waste, letting all the, like, for example, for any culture. I'm not gonna say black, white, I'm not gonna say none of that, because we're all at one point, we all went through it, and we still go through it. There's still modern day slavery going on as far as a 9 to 5 or whatever, any contracts or whatever that they typically would try to, play you, like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you end up doing jobs that you're not even supposed to do while you're working. So there's still things going on. And I want to say this to you guys. It's all about how we perceive it. So reason why I said what I said just now with the slavery thing is because once we recognize that, okay, all these people have died and they're no longer here on, they're, you know, the babies all out. Like, I'm not here to tell you guys that how you should live your life, but what's the purpose of, you know, wasting all the things that, it's like somebody that, it's like your grandfather or something that read all these books for years, came and told you all this knowledge, and you just said, and he died, and then it's like, so it's like you had an opportunity to learn all this information and take all this wisdom this man was telling you, and you chose not to. So let's just take advantage of the times we have, the precious moments we have, and all of that, so that we can move forward, right, in a better direction. For an example, somebody told me, which I have on I made a first video of my shorts. A wise man once told me, like an actual wise man once told me that to be on time is to be early. Like, this was something that I learned personally from an older person, and I used that when I was working. Like when I was working a job, that's what I was doing. I would like show up earlier the most, because then I already end up being there. I never gotta worry about being late, none of that. So it's like, and then of course you ain't gotta worry about write-ups, you ain't gotta worry about that, and I get to leave on a great note. You feel me? I get to take that resume wherever I go. Or even just apply that to my entrepreneurial job now. Like even apply that to my readers. Like people know my background, so it's like I'm not gonna, you feel me? Like just these simple principles. But it's about taking that knowledge that this ill person, but not, sorry, the ill soul, that's more respectful to say. If the ill soul has obtained in his lifetime, why just waste the knowledge? Why let him waste time giving the energy and giving the time and energy to tell me something if I'm not going to take heed to it? That just, to me, that just doesn't make, it's just not, I'm not saying the wrong, people's wrong for not doing it, but it definitely does put you in a so much better lighting to take advantage of the information that you've gained, right? Because a warrior is all about the brains, you know what I'm saying? Your mind lasts longer than your physical body, right? Your mind will break down a lot, you know. It will take, like, because when you get older, you gotta remember, your wisdom is key. You're not gonna be as strong as you was when you was in your 20s. You're not gonna be you're probably be financially bad off, but you're 9, 10 times you're older. You're not even gonna curse, you're like do all of that stuff you used to do. So that spending is not even gonna matter. Your soul is you're going out the door, like you're about to leave the earth. So it's just like the only thing that you really have left is your brain. So it's like stop putting those practices in place and start focusing on the thing, because if we're all dying at a young age, who's gonna be the older generation? You know what I'm saying? So that's I know I'm ranting, but it's not really a rant either, because like if I can reach out and get somebody to understand, this is like, yo. But still channeling Taurus. See what else for my Taurus out there. Next we have is breathing your trueness. This goes a long way, because you still have people in today's day that still feel like they would rather act like they have it, or act like, you know what I'm saying, just be on that acting stuff, and it's just like, man, that really don't get you nowhere. I don't know where the hell, like, it's so much better to just go through the muscle, go through the pain and suffering and all that, than to, you know, if you're not being true to yourself, you ain't really got enough from it. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't care how much money you make at the job that you work at. If you hate that job and you wake up every day and you do not have to work there, like you're literally, like so many people would. I told my wife this. I said, look, there's a reason why some businesses fail. Some businesses decide on, like they would take profit from the business and they would live off of that, which is fine. Like I'm not saying it's not fine. But what tends to happen is they're like certain people, they will make their lifestyle a little bit better. Like it's okay to live. I'm not saying that, but a smart business person doesn't do this. They don't take their business money, like their profit. I'm not talking about profit that they took accumulated and then invest into other business and then accumulated more income. And then they're going to start doing this. I'm talking about people that have small businesses that take a large percent of profit, upgrade on their lifestyle, start driving the best cars, start wearing the fancy clothes, and then their lifestyle that they crave and they want to maintain is so costly. Where they stay at, the house that they got, you know what I'm saying, the mortgage is high. That when their business starts to, with the economy, when the little man falls, the big man comes down a little bit too. When the little man falls, the big man tends to kneel. When you have entrepreneurs or you have regular people that lose their jobs, obviously they're going to be buying less food, buying less clothes, all that. So the big man tends to take a kneel. The big man being the company. I'm spitting y'all this wise information. It's crazy because I don't even know why I know all of this stuff, but that's my knowledge. Oh, what the freak, bro? See, they don't really want me to tell you guys this. They be trying to mess with me. Y'all saw that, right? Man, they be trying to silence me, man. They be like demonic spirits. I just feel them. Like, I be telling you some real stuff, but listen. So, the big man takes a knee. I'm gonna take some water real quick, because this getting serious. Like, I ain't even trying to do no special timing, because I'm already done. Let me tell you, right? I'm 22. Notice how I talk. Keep track of my channel. Subscribe. I'm letting you guys know first and foremost today that this is going to pick up a lot of attraction. They are going to try to prevent this channel from succeeding. Not necessarily YouTube. People, demonic spirits are going to try to stop this channel from growing. But they can't because of my wisdom. Like, I'm way ahead, not even way ahead of my generation, but just I listen and I pay attention to things. And I don't follow the trends that's going to get people. And I want to stop that stuff. Like, that stuff ain't cool, man. I'm not feeding into it. I'm not going to speak on that stuff and feed into the. If you know, you know what I mean? But I'm going to guide y'all in the right direction. Like I said, when the little man fails, the big man kneels. So with these business owners, you have it where they would take a large percentage of profit, right? And they're probably running a business that they typically don't really like, but there's a large percentage of profit, right? They get to enjoy the luxury of what comes with the business, but the miserable. So they have to feed their miserable. I don't even know if that's a word. They have to feed their miserable energy with expensive goods to feel better about themselves. That's not living in the trueness, right? Then what happens is their business doesn't go, of course, because like I said, the economy drops as it does. Recessions hit all the time. Little man loses his job. There's a small man, regular people. The big man, the company that the person ends up taking a knee, meaning they get lower, the money goes down. And they're still caught up in this lifestyle that now their things not making profit anymore, or as much profit to support the lifestyle. Now, they don't really want the business because it's not supporting what they've adapted to. When you love something that you do, it don't matter how much money you get out of it. It doesn't matter how you feel about it. You're always going to do it. You're always going to be around it. You're always going to be associated. That's why you see when people are retired NBA players or NBA whatever, they go and do coaching because they're so passionate about that sport that they would still be routine. I know I be speaking some real stuff. Like, this is serious. But look, moving forward, be true to yourself because that's the best way going forward, right? Ooh, man, dang, this is crazy because now I'm starting to keep it simple. You guys are coming up on a big bag for my Taurus. Full of riches came up for you guys. Big bag is coming. Now, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. Let me tell you, right? Ask yourself this. Would you rather be happy and healthy? What you want me to read this to? Come to calm. They want you to come to calm. Now, we're gonna speak on this riches thing real quick. Would you rather be happy or healthy? Happy and healthy, or rich and miserable? Because I wanna let you guys know. Money is about rewards. It's currency. However, different things can be currency as well. The fun fact that people don't tell you, before you get money, you have to put in your work, right? For the most part, somebody had to put in your work. I don't care what you're trying to tell me, somebody had to put in your work. Even if you stay with your people, your mama had to go to work, your daddy had to go to work, somebody had to put in the work. I ain't trying to hear that. Somebody's done putting in the work, right? So, money comes after work. Money comes after effort. Put the effort in first to gain your riches. Please don't chase the money. It's okay to, work on your craft to earn a living. The more, like your YouTube, the more you do your videos, the more, you know what I'm saying? But don't get into the game thinking that, you're going to go get a bag. Like, once you start thinking like that, it just becomes so, like, your quality of whatever you're doing doesn't hit the same as if you was to, be passionate about whatever you're doing and still get a bag. Like, that's a win-win. Imagine doing something that you genuinely love to do and you're getting paid from it. Versus doing something that you genuinely don't want to do at all. You get paid from it. You know what you're going to do? You're just going to spurge it. Because you're going to feel like, man, I've spent 8 hours working on this craft and now it's like, I hate it so much, but I love the money now. It's like, the only day that you work a whole month, the only day that you actually enjoy is payday. That is a terrible life to me up there. Imagine 30 days go by, the only day you get to enjoy is 1 day out of a month. So that's 12 days out of a whole year that you work for this company that you've only enjoyed 12 days. The rest of it was shit. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, enjoy the moments of what you do. Focus on just being the best quality person that you could be, and the bag is coming for you guys. Being true to yourself, the money is coming for you, Taurus. The money is coming. Full of riches in different ways. Currency is different ways. Energy. Your energy is going to start picking back up. You're going to be more motivated to do certain things. Oh, come to calm was your next one. Be calm in everything you do. Shut up. Things don't happen on this own accord. Well, I sometimes have a little bit of patience. So they want you to be active to avoid. You could be avoiding a lot of bullshit. This is very important when it comes down to anything that you wish to do in life. The best thing to do is avoid the nonsense. Avoid drama. Avoid, if you can't listen, if you know that family member that just is ignorant, lack of knowledge, doesn't understand, doesn't comprehend things. I'm not talking about in a way where it's diagnosed and it's not their fault. I'm talking about in a way where this person refuses to listen, refuses to, it could be a cousin, relative, uncle, auntie, whatever, right? Brother, sister. This person refuses to comprehend your feelings and your goals and your desires. So they act out in a certain way. You can most definitely practice avoiding that person. You know what I mean? Because if it's just bringing negativity to your life, what? You feel me? What? You know what I'm saying? Like, these are grown people, I'm talking about adults. And if you're the type of person that you like to problem solve and whatever, that's fine. They'll see that and they'll feel like, well, they can talk to you, they can. But the reality is, you're about your own life to live too. Like, Like the airplane says, you gotta help yourself before you help others. And here's the thing: you might have tried to help this person. There's only so much you can keep helping somebody. You know what I mean? I want you guys to really grasp that. Like, really, so much you can do. And I'm talking about the people that just act like an ass to you. Like, really don't want to give a fuck about your feelings. You know what I mean? They don't give a shit. When it comes down to damage, your feelings go out the window. Fuck your feelings, same shit. So, like, bro, avoid that. Learn to be active in avoiding this type of things, right? Okay, what else we got, Spirit? What else we got for you guys? Oh! Fall apart. Listen, I'm resonating with this card because this information came to me today. So I was resonating to tell you guys fall apart. Fall apart sometimes, you know what I mean? I was on WhatsApp and I saw a status and it said that they say that sometimes you gotta fall apart to receive more blessings. Fall apart is building, is giving yourself that situation, like allowing yourself to reset yourself. Like there was this moment where I was going through a phase. You know what I mean? I was trying to. I had my altar differently. I had my setup, and I was trying to really just figure it out. And I didn't do a reading like 4 days. This is my first 2 readings that I've done today in like 4 days straight. I can't promise that I'm gonna be like I was at first. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be every day, but you never know. Some days you have to fall apart to build yourself back up. So I'm gonna stop promising that I'm gonna be on her every day. What I can say is I'm trying. What I can say is I'm doing my best to try to stay and being myself. Or not being myself, but just being myself, meaning doing life. I feel like we often take that in a negative light. Being myself meaning being, because we still gotta live life, really. So I can't promise you that I'm gonna be doing this every day or whatever, but what I can say is for my Taurus out there, for myself, for everybody else that wish to desire these gifts, fall apart. It's okay to fall apart. Don't feel like because you didn't do nothing today or because you might have woke up late or whatever and you're trying to fight the urge to, don't feel discouraged that you have to kind of reset yourself, because I literally got up out of bed the day that I wasn't doing nothing, the day that I kind of procrastinated on YouTube and I kind of just messed my day up, whatever. That night that I went to sleep, I woke up like early, like 2 o'clock in the morning, come in the room and change everything around. That's when I started to realize certain other things. And I feel so much better from allowing myself to kind of dismantle or fall apart a little bit, so I could build it back up in a better light, right? So don't be afraid to fall apart, right? One more message for you guys, and then we're gonna pull it. That's gonna be it for the night, right? I do have another video that I will be doing, which is going to be a motivational, kind of like a motivational quote type of video. That's what I also do for my shorts. I'm trying to build up the, because build up the traction and, try to get more, people interested or, provide more details, provide more things to my YouTube channel. Like I really want to expand my brand a little bit, so that's why I try to do like 3 things. But I'm not trying to do more than 3 because at the same time I still want to be longevity. I still want this YouTube channel to grow in a longevity way, 6, 7, 8, 20 years. I don't really want to be a person that burns out quick. I don't want to do that. So the last one we have for you guys is a different kind of love. This could be relationships, commitment, and certain things that you do. It doesn't necessarily have to be relationships, but for my Taurus, listen. For your work ethic, I know you have a strong work ethic, and I know that you understand the importance of self-love as well. I need you guys to follow a different type of love in different ways. Different is the key word, different. There's plenty of different ways of love. There's plenty of different ways of currency, of money. There's different things. There's different, like we have financial, physical, emotional, spiritual. So if you know these factors, I want you to apply that to life in general. There's always going to be different things within your life. There's different relationships. There's different friendships, different family members, all of that. So you're gonna have a different relationship. We're gonna say say that you're gonna have a different relationship with yourself, a different kind of love for yourself, a different kind of self-love, a different kind of compassion. Because see, the thing is, once you have love for yourself, you can love everything else. But you can't love nothing else unless you have love for yourself. There's no way you can give what you don't have. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna end it there. This is my Taurus out there. Specifically, but if you are not a Taurus and you enjoy this reading and so you decided for the whole video, like, thumbs up on this video, subscribe if you're new, post notifications if you wish to see when I drop a video, as well as comment. Leave some wisdom quotes in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you guys got to say. Let me know how the video went. Let me know what you learned. Let me know what you want to add to it. Let me know what you want to hear. Let me know what possibly you want to. I don't know, like just comment something in the comment section. But thank you guys so much. I'm not gonna hold you guys no further. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next reading. This button, hey, hold on now. I see y'all soon, man. This button, I'm up for trying. There you go.